Hey everyone, welcome to English World and happy Raksha Bandhan to all my dear friends and to all my dear students. Today in this video, we're gonna learn reciprocal pronouns, other types of pronoun. I have already uploaded many videos on pronoun and the types of pronoun. Go and watch that and learn complete pronouns. But if you still have problems, your doubts related to pronoun, related to any video that I uploaded, so you can comment down below in the comment box. You can also message me, talk to me, discuss me, and I'm always there for you. So here today we are going to learn other types of pronoun and most important video. So watch the video up to the very end. Don't miss the end and never forget to hit the like button because today is the happiest day for all sisters and for all brothers because today is a Raksha Bandhan. So again, happy Raksha Bandhan to all my dear friends. Let's start now come to the topics that we are gonna learn here. So what is that? Reciprocal pronouns. The first thing is that its definition. What is reciprocal pronoun? Here it is used to indicate, basically we are learning pronouns and the parts of the speech, yeah, everything to use in a sentence, according to use in a sentence. So it will help us and it will help you all to talk to the, to speak, to write, yeah, anything. So that's why we are learning. So we will learn the use of reciprocal pronouns in sentence. Like I told you, it is used to indicate mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. Okay, it is used to indicate, what is that? I'm talking about reciprocal pronouns. It is used to indicate a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. And you know what is subject? The nominative case of personal pronoun like I, we, you, he, she, it, they, etc. and Rams, Mohan, so on, they. So these all words are nominative case of personal pronoun that I told you, and these all words are used as a subject. And you know objects already, the noun or pronoun comes under objects. So here reciprocal pronoun is used to indicate mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. Again, write down if it is possible because you need its definition. So how it is used, when it is used, because you have to remember the definition. That's the most important part of anything, and you will understand better what is reciprocal pronoun. If it is not comfortable to you, then I will make you understood through some example that I have written on whiteboard. You can understand easily through some example. It is not a rocket science. You can do this. So first here see again. What is reciprocal pronoun? It is used to indicate a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. That's it. Okay. And again here see, when it is used in a sentence, there must be two or more people, things, groups reciprocating the action. And second, there must be like more than two people. Okay, they all must be doing the same action. First I told you there must be more than like two or more people, things, groups reciprocating the action. And second thing, they all must be doing the same action in reciprocal pronoun. And third thing, it can't be used with I, you, he, she, it. So that's when we use reciprocal pronoun in sentence. I told you. Now it is clear. And now see the example, there are two. there are two reciprocal pronouns like each other and one another. First one, each other and one another. First here see, and now understand through some examples reciprocal pronouns. So here, so we are learning reciprocal pronouns. It is clear. I told you everything. Its definition, example like each other and one another. Each other and one another. There are two reciprocal pronouns that is basically used in sentences that I told you. First one, each other, and second one another. Each other, first one, basically each other is only used for two person, things and groups. Don't say group but two person or things. Each other is only used for two in numbers, but one other is used for more than two in numbers. So you can see easily in sentences that I am going to talk here and discuss. First one, see here, each other and one another. So first types, and this is not the first types. This is the other types of pronoun, that is reciprocal pronouns. I told you what is reciprocal pronouns. It is used to indicate mutual relationship, mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. Okay, this reciprocal pronouns is used to indicate mutual relationship, a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. Okay, and it also indicates a reciprocal action in sentence, a mutual or reciprocal action that I told you. First one here, each other and one another. So there are two reciprocal pronouns here. There are two reciprocal pronouns, each other and one another. So each other and one another is used to indicate mutual relationship, a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. I told you many times. First one you see, each other and one another, each other and one another is used. And first see here, reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun is used to indicate a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects, and it indicates a mutual or reciprocal action in a sentence. So it is clear from the example. So here, he was so afraid, and first I told you this one, each other is used only for two in numbers, but one another is used for more than two in numbers. Like he was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. Focus and concentrate on these all sentences. Most important sentence that I am going to discuss here in this exercise, reciprocal pronouns, and you have to spot the error. There are some parts of error you have to spot and comment down below in the comment box. Okay, like he was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. He was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. So it is discussed about only one person, he was so afraid, and it is clear from the example that someone, and we are discussing about one person, he. So it is clear from the subject that we are discussing about only one person, he. Like he was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. Just I told you, my dear students, one another is only used for more than two. Keep in mind, don't forget it. So one another is only used for more than two in numbers, but we are discussing about only one. He was so afraid that his knees, so someone is talking about that knees. He was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. Don't use one another, each other, because we are discussing about the knees, two knees. one person and two knees. So it knocked each other. Don't say one another because there are two knees and it knocked each other. So here only one, there only one person. He was so afraid. He was so afraid that his knees knocked one another. This sentence is completely wrong because we used one another. Use each other because his knees knocked each other. Okay, his knees knocked each other, not one another. There are only two knees and not more than two knees that we will use knocked one another. So just I told you one another is only used for more than two in numbers, person, things, yeah, anything you can use. But if you are using each other, so there will be only two in numbers. Now it is clear from the example. So this sentence is wrong. So use each other in place of one another. This is the error part. We spotted the error here. Will be each other. Like he was so afraid that his knees knocked each other. This is the right sentence. He was so afraid that his knees knocked each other. Second example, after the farewell, the students of class 12th bade each other goodbye. After the farewell, the students, here see, after the farewell, the students. Now it is clear in the second example that there are many students. Okay, there are many students, and here see, after the farewell, in farewell party and in farewell ceremony, after the farewell ceremony, the students of class 12 bade each other goodbye. Just I told you, my dear students, each other is only used for two in a numbers. Okay, two in numbers. But here there are more than two students, like the students, like more than two students. So we have to use one another, one another, because one another reciprocal pronoun is used for more than two person, things, or anything. Okay, so here use one another because there are more than two students. After the farewell, the students of class 12 bade one another goodbye. So this sentence is completely wrong. Okay, use one another in place of each other. That's just I told you. First sentence, what was the error part? Here will be each other because the knees knocked each other. There are only two knees of he. That means there is only one person. But I can use Ram. Ram was so afraid that his knees knocked each other, down to one another, because Ram and Ram has only two knees, not more than two knees, because we have only two legs and two knees. So it knocked each other, like he was so afraid that his knees knocked each other. This is the right way to use each other, that I told you each other is only used for two in numbers. Second, after the farewell, the students of class 12 bade what? One another goodbye. Don't use each other for more than two students. Use one another in place of each other for more than two students. Now that's why the sentence is incorrect. The third one here. The two brothers always cooperate with each other. Right sentence, because it is fixed. There are only two brothers. The two brothers always cooperate with each other. I told you each other is only used for two in numbers, not more than two in numbers. So it is clear from the example, and it's mentioned here there are only two brothers and they all cooperate each other. Don't say they all cooperate one another, but like the four brothers, like, so we can use one another in place of each other here. The four brothers always cooperate with one another. Okay, the four, put four in place of two, and then we can use one another in place of each other, like the four, the five brothers, the 10 brothers, like the four brothers always cooperate with one another, not each other. But here in this sentence, the two brothers, only two, each other is only for used for two in number. So that's why the two brothers always cooperate with each other. Right sentence, because each other is used only for two brothers, not more than two brothers. Clear? Last one here, see, the wife and husband love each other. So comment down below, the last one is right or wrong. This is only for you, my dear students. Here see, the wife and husband love each other. The wife and husband, they are only two in numbers. The wife and husband love each other. The wife and husband love each other. Comment down below. I will select who is right. This sentence is right or wrong. Comment down below. The wife and husband love each other. What will be here? Each other, yeah, one another. So now I am going to that last sentence is right, because here there are only two in numbers, the wife and husband. They love each other. The wife and husband love each other. Right sentence. Now I am going to discuss more sentences, so don't miss the end. And the next example here, first one. Kiran and Karuna help each other in the exam. Kiran and Karuna help each other in the exam. Here see, each other is used, and I told you each other is only used for two in numbers, only two in numbers. You have to use each other only two in numbers. When you have to explain and indicate only two in numbers. So here see, Kiran and Karuna helped each other in the exam. Right sentence, because there only Kiran and Karuna, only two girls. Okay, Kiran and Karuna, only two girls help each other in the exam. Like Kiran and Karuna help each other in the exam. So that's why here each other is used, and you can't use one another in the first sentence because there are only two person. Okay, there are only two person, only two women. Kiran and Karuna help each other in the exam. So don't use one another in place of the other because there are only two person, Kiran and Karuna. And you know well that. Now move to the second example. Here, focus. There is one more thing to know here in the second example. Friends are kind to each other in case of need. Here, each other is used, but friends, you know, there might be two friends and more than two friends. Okay, so we can use both, sometimes each other, sometimes one another, because just I told you, friends, when we say friends, friends is a plural noun. And what is plural noun? More than. In plural noun, the numbers will be more than one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So when someone is talking about more than one, it becomes like plural number, singular and plural. So there are only two numbers in English grammar, singular and plural. Singular means only one and plural means more than one. So when we use friends, it is more than one. That there will be two friends, okay, and they love each other. So in the same way, friends are kind. Friends are kind to each other in case of need. We can use both in place of each other. Friends are kind to one another in case of need. Friends are kind to each other in case of need. We can use both the reciprocal pronoun in the second example. There will be no mistake. Friends are kind to each other in case of need. Third one, the family members always quarrel with one another. So when we say members, the family members always quarrel with one another. So here, the family members always quarrel with one another. So I think we can also use each other here, because there will be two members in your family. It is possible there might be only two members in your family, so we can also use each other in place of one another, so that there will be no mistake. So you can use each other one another in place of family members, okay, because it will be like two, yeah, more than two in number, so it depends upon you. So this sentence is right, because the family members, just I'm talking about more than two members, the family members always quarrel with one another. So we use one another like each other to express and to indicate more than two family members and the mutual relationship between two family members. And the last one here, see, friends are kind to one another in case of need. Just I told in a second example, friends will be two, yeah, more than two, so we can use both each other and one another. Sentence are same here, see, friends are kind to each other in case of need. Friends are kind to one another in case of need. So again, here I'm gonna share something informative. Here, reciprocal pronoun. What we are learning, reciprocal pronoun. It is used to indicate a mutual relationship between two subjects or objects. It it what? It express the mutual or reciprocal thing in a sentence. So now it is clear from the example, but if you have any doubt related to this video, comment down below. And again, here, happy Raksha Bandhan to all my lovely friends. Bye bye.